eyes closed, breathe in deeply and hold the breath for a few seconds. Open your eyes when you are ready.
Damn, bro. Oh, that felt so freaking good, bro. This video is gonna be an honest video. It's gonna be very honest. I'm just gonna speak about what happened last night, and I'm gonna speak about. I'm just gonna be honest, guys. Like, I feel like this is what the channel is about. It's about my journey. It's about me. It's about becoming a better version of myself, getting back from every single hardship, and just sharing lessons so you guys don't have to do the same. And yesterday, okay, I'll just give you the freaking context. So yesterday, you can hear my voice, like I have like zero energy, but yesterday kind of stayed up later, right? I was meant to go to sleep at 9, right? Told my friends I was gonna go to sleep at 9, but things started happening in the family. Like there was like a small like dispute with my mother and whatever. So not with me directly, but I'm trying to say, like, my mother was pissed off and stuff like that. So I ended up getting like kind of irritated, not at her, but just I ended up getting uncomfortable, like very uncomfortable, right? And kind of sad and going this like negative mindset and stuff like that. So yeah, I ended up getting very, very uncomfortable in that situation. I needed like an outlet. I needed an outlet to get out of in this situation, I needed something to escape. I don't know. I was already having like a pretty rough day yesterday. Just bombarded with urges and bad habits and lack of real action towards my goals, and then that happened last night, which like when my mom started getting pissed off and this happened. I needed to do something. I needed to escape, and so I grabbed my laptop, not my MacBook, my gaming laptop. Went upstairs, opened it up, no stopping myself. Started opened up the first video game that I always play, FIFA, and started playing that. Of course, there's parts of my brain that was telling me like, "Yo, Mahi, what the frick are you doing? Are you actually gonna do it? Why are you going there? Why?" And this is like the good side of my brain, but it felt like a different monster freaking took over, bro. I know it was me, but it felt like something else took over. And you know what? I let it take over. I'm so responsible for everything that happened last night, all the the bad habits and whatever. But I let it take over me. You might be saying, "What'd you let take over? Like, what are you talking about?" Let me explain even further. I started playing games, FIFA, for like 3 to 4 hours. And I know for some people, like gaming for 3 to 4 hours is not a lot. And you know what? Even for my old self, gaming for 3 to 4 hours wasn't a lot. Like I used to play for 8 hours, 9 hours. So 4 hours was like freaking chump change. It was like child's play to me. But it's been a while since I played video games. When I went into the second hour, I was already like my brain was already fried. Like I already felt like a zombie like this. Like when you have your mouth open and you're just like that. That's literally if you saw my face, that's what it looked like. But you know what's crazy? That wasn't even the big thing. The biggest realization that I've had yesterday, while I was doing and while I was playing the video game, was that there was a big distinction in my body. I'll explain, or in my mind, really. There was two sides of me. There was the good side, the responsible, the mature, the adult side of me, the disciplined, the ambitious side of me, and there was this side, the kid, child version of me. Wanted nothing but to feel those emotions. And yes, was the incident with my mother and her getting, kind of pissed off and having an argument and stuff like that, not with me again, but like downstairs. And did that affect it? 100%. Did that like worsen? Yes, because I felt uncomfortable and I felt very uncomfortable then. But you know what's crazy? The craziest thing is not even like there's two sides of me. The craziest thing is that there wasn't battle. There was a battle between two sides of me. While I was playing the game, I ignored every single thought that was coming, the good thoughts. I ignored every single one of them. And while I was playing, I realized one thing. I was actually running away from responsibility. Like I actually caught myself. I think this is one of the beautiful things about meditation is that you become so much more present and you're so much more self-aware. I literally was observing myself from like almost like a third angle view, looking at myself. And I'll kid you not, this is literally the reason why. I kid you not. The reason why I was actually playing video games was to run away, from responsibility, to run away from taking action. That was the only reason why I was playing video games, guys. There are parts of my brain that was telling me, like the good part was telling me, yo Mahi, like go comfort your mother. She's downstairs. She's alone. Go comfort your father. Go say, I love you to your mother. And it's been years since I've said I love you to my mother, like verbally. Go actually do that. Go comfort you. Go comfort them. Go take care of them. Go like, you know what I'm trying to say? But no, I wanted nothing but to curl up in a freaking ball. I wanted nothing but to just. I wanted everyone to feel sorry for me. Oh, poor me, poor guy. Such a traumatized soul. I wanted nothing but to be handed success. Hence why I was playing video games. I wanted nothing but to be handed success. But I genuinely realized this is why I'm playing it. I'm using it as a coping mechanism. Like, it's a coping mechanism so that I don't actually do the work that's required. I know I talked to you guys about like trauma, how trauma can lead to bad habits and stuff like that. But I genuinely believe trauma does obviously affect your ability to do bad habits. But I genuinely believe the thing that we are missing, the thing that I was missing, is letting those traumas overtake me. So, in essence, taking responsibility over my life. True responsibility over my life. We hear this all the time. Take responsibility of your habits. Take responsibility of your lifestyle. And, with the permission of God, I've done that to a very good degree. But there's levels to this. And I clearly realized the big parts of life. I realized that if for like long term, I wanted someone to hand me success. I wanted a handout. You have to sort of figure out like the main reasons for why you do what you do. I was telling this to AI, right? I was telling it to AI like, yo, bro, this is what happened last night. I kind of just need some help or whatever, right? And AI was giving the most like AI advice. Oh, have a nighttime routine. Yeah, that's great. Go for a walk for 10 minutes outside. Yeah, get a nighttime routine. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, the same old answers. And I know it probably depends on the freaking prompt, but for me, I was like, same old answers AI is giving me. Freaking, you know what I'm trying to say. So I started doing some journaling this morning. I journaled, and I figured this out. Or I at least made some really good progress. I am running away. I am escaping. I want to be handed success. But can I actually rise up to the battle? I cannot tell you. The weaker version of me just wants to feel, he wants to feel some level of love and care and need. There's a part of me that just wants to feel cared for, and that's my younger self. We all have an inner child. We all have a younger self inside of us. We all have a younger self inside of us that wants something, that needs something. And you know what? Growing up as a really privileged kid in a brown household, I grew up really privileged, right? I grew up with anything that I really wanted. Not even like pressure in school. You know how most brown kids, they get pressure in school. I never even got pressure in school as much. Growing up, doing whatever the frick I wanted, going out with my friends, even being rude to my freaking parents all the time, and being just a freaking spoiled little idiot. We weren't even like super rich, like, oh yeah, oh dad gave me a Lamborghini for my birthday. Not like that. It's more so like my parents would take on a lot more hardship just to freaking feed my ass. And I feel like yesterday was a symbol. Yesterday was a symbol of exactly that. I wanted someone to feed me. I wanted someone to give me comfort and provide for me. I want someone to just give me what I wanted instead of actually working for it and And I can go on for days. Like I'm in university today, as a 21-year-old in front of you. I got into university not in the most traditional way. I got into university because my parents had to put me in private school, even though I was in public school. But for some courses that I was genuinely failing, they put me in private school, and you know how private schools are. At least the ones, at least the one I went to. There's no final exam or anything. I literally just cheated. Like, I cheated my ass through all of that. So I even got into university in a fake way. Obviously, like, if I worked hard for it, and if I studied, I could have gone into university, in a fair way, 100%. And you know what? I'm in front of you today, and I'm still in university, so I can definitely maintain it. It's not that hard, right? But it shows you that back when I was 17 years old in grade 12, and I used to sleep in till 12 p.m. I used to sleep in, miss all my classes. My parents would literally bombard through that door that you see, and they would start screaming, "Wake up, wake up, wake up," and I just would not want to get out of bed. It represented the same thing that happened last night. I needed someone to just feed me and give me everything. See, that's the difference here, guys. That's the distinction. Like, genuinely, I think this is, yeah, I can blame my traumas, but I'm not gonna blame my traumas. I'm gonna blame me for giving into my traumas. Or I'm gonna blame me for just living with my traumas instead of actually processing them and fixing them and stuff like that and working towards them, you know? But, it's such a distinction here. Like, a lot of people just live with their traumas. Like myself, I use like, oh yeah, guys, I'm just traumatized. Oh yeah, I never got loved when I was younger. This is why I play games. Like, yeah, sure, like, sure, buddy, but like that doesn't change the fact that you're still choosing to play games. You're letting the trauma take over you, and that was me. I think this was such a good idea to make this video in front of you today, because it shows you change is possible. Even a kid like me, like a person like me, a man like me, but when I was younger, grew up really, really privileged. Like, it shows you, like, I think you can change, and I'm gonna try to be a symbol of that. A symbol that even if you grew up the most privileged, even if you grew up being fed everything in your life, all it requires is running through the wall of fire. It requires you to, like, requires me, and I'm gonna talk about me. It requires me to take responsibility, which is the hardest action. Taking responsibility is the action that your brain or my brain does not actively want to do. It's the action of, I don't know, for me, I guess yesterday was going up to my parents and comforting them, which for me is like pretty awkward because we've never been like a super, one of those families, like super lovey-dovey families. Or it's freaking sticking with the process of life. Can I still stick to self-improvement? Can I hold myself? Can I control my mind at least? Can I at least be my biggest supporter? Can I hold my own younger child's like hand? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Through whatever life challenges, whatever God sends my way. Yeah, I think that's all I want to speak about in this video. But that's what happened last night. Am I grateful for it? Yeah. I'm grateful for it because I would not have known that this was the root cause to my problems if that did not happen yesterday. I would not have known, guys. Like, I didn't know that I was genuinely running away from myself, and I didn't know that I was genuinely running away from taking responsibility, and I did not know that all I wanted was someone to hand me success. I was having a very, very, very good 2 to 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I was going crazy on self-improvement. I was going hard in the gym, and all I wanted was just a little break, because my brain was telling me, oh yeah, you deserve a little break. And that break got turned into games, FIFA, and other habits. The more I make progress towards this, the more I'm going to make more videos about this. So stay tuned. But if you're new and you want to follow my journey from this point I am at right now, to finally giving my parents their like $1,000, that's a big thing. To just, not even just that, but more importantly, to be righteous under God. And also a very big pillar is, can I be my most capable self? Can I show my younger self the man that I've become? Can I show him that you are strong enough? You can take responsibility. You can go out and do whatever the frick you want to do. Can I show my younger self that? Can I be my most freaking aesthetic, beautiful, like handsome? Just, can I be my best self? That my younger self would be in awe. That's the goal. So if you want to follow on this journey, I'm going to show the ups and the downs, the reflections and the lessons, and the losses and everything. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and sticking by. And let's kill it, bro. Let's kill it. Forget 2026. We still have 11 days left of this year. Make the most out of this year. Alright? See you boys on the next one. Assalamu alaikum.